Morning, this is Rich Tennessee Homestead. How the heck are you today? Wasn't planning on making any videos. Okay, this week I have got so backed up around here. I could use about a 13-man work crew, honestly, just to get caught up before the snow flies. Of course, we haven't had any snow down here in quite a while, but figure of speech. Anyway, probably my Midwestern upbringing there when I was farming up north. That was always the big saying, get it done before snow flies. But anyway, a couple of things that I wanted to cover, and so I thought I'd pop out here and make a video. So here we go. To the subscriber that sent me this link to Big Yellow Taxi song, thank you very much. Being a guy of the 60s, it was appreciated, brought back some memories. But while I was out there, I ran across another link of where she had performed that song live. And one shows that she was an extraordinary talent, truly was. Two, she added lyrics. Yeah, she added on to the tail end of that song. And if you look at where our government's at and where agriculture's at today, she was very prophetic with those lyrics. Something to kind of think about. Worth checking out. I'll go ahead and put a link to it down here for everybody to take a peek at it. It's a good song. And she's a very entertaining lady, very talented. So check it out. But to you that sent me the link to the Big Yellow Taxi, thank you very much. I really, truly enjoyed it. And speaking of things I enjoy, I'm going to do a shout out for a channel that needs a shout out from me about like she needs a three-legged horse. Very large channel, does great work. Lady by the name, channel name is MichiganSnowPony. Renee there does great things. She has got a series that I watch often. Whenever I'm down in the dumps, I'll go out and take a look at it. And I always walk away with a smile on my face. I'll tell you what, if you can sit and watch that playlist, I think she calls it Things Normal People Say series. If you can walk away without laughing at that, you need to head to Walmart and buy yourself a sense of humor. Seriously, it's just, she really does a good job with it. Very humorous, okay? And as a homesteader or future homesteaders, these are things you're going to hear from friends and family, okay? It truly is. And if you're a homesteader, you've probably heard a lot of it. So we're checking out. And she's also got some other videos out there that are very instructional. You can tell a lot of research went into them, and she did a really good job with them. Things like, picking animals for a homestead and things of this nature. So she's got a lot of great information. She's been around a lot of years out here, 8 or 9 years, and for a channel that's especially a homesteading channel because they seem to come and go. She's got a good long-running channel there, and she's learned a lot over the years, okay? So, check her out. Here again, I'll put a link down there to her channel. Go take a look. Especially that playlist of Things Normal People Say. It's absolutely hilarious. You'll love it. One other little item is, there's some sites out here right now that are infighting and homesteading sites, which, I expect that out of these little millennial sites or some of these kids that are out here. But seriously, folks, the way I look at it is we're out here to provide you information and how-tos and warnings if need be and things of this nature, not sitting here hammering each other. He said, she said, that stuff ended in junior high. Come on now. And it's dragging a lot of their viewers into the middle of it, which makes it all the worse. Okay. So my advice is to the viewers, rise above it. No matter what your opinion is, you're going to feel bad if you made a bunch of nasty comments and then find out later that maybe what you was hearing wasn't true or wasn't exactly what happened. Okay. Because in the heat of the moment, sometimes this stuff gets a little carried away. Okay. So be cautious, rise above it. You're out here for information. Yeah, if it's hen fighting and so forth, it might be entertaining to watch. but don't get too wrapped up in it. And to the people that are running those sites, those channels, get over it. Yeah, let it go. Not worth your time and effort or your subscribers. Okay, you're wasting everybody's time. So that would be my advice to that. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you about, and right now I've got to stop and go get a puppy from tearing up something, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Had a puppy chewing on a live extension cord. Little girl could have ended up looking like a poodle. She went much further. Anyway, one other thing I want to touch on here, I'm going to try to keep this one fairly short, because while I'm out here, I'm going to give you some more information on, and this is agricultural business stuff and what the experts are saying. Kind of interesting. But anyway, don't get caught up in this nonsense. But one of the things I want to tell you folks is there's folks out here that are either can be electronic panhandlers where they always have a crisis in their life they want you to bail them out of. And I'm not talking about situations like Starry Hilders and Pateras over at Appalachia's Homestead. They've got true crises, and but if you check into it, these ladies aren't asking for your money, they're asking for your prayers. Okay. And they're both going through a tough time. But there's also people who seem to be always going through tough times and always have their hand out. Okay. Those friends, I hate to say it, are in all venues of YouTube. Okay, all venues. But seriously, they're what I refer to as electronic panhandlers. And be cautious. I had seen one site where a person was claiming that they were having all these, financial woes and didn't know what they were going to do, knowing full well that the subscribers were going to open up their hearts and their wallets to them. And in the next few videos you see is where they went out and bought designer field wear, really, and tools that, seriously, a productive homestead has really not much use for. Okay. You paid a lot of money for them. Your money. Okay. Try to keep that in mind. So if you run across those sites that just always seem to have one crisis or another, then understand that they're probably electronic panhandlers. And as much as your heart says you'd like to help, you might want to withhold judgment and see what their next videos have to say. Because a lot of times, it's you see where your money was used frivolously. So how desperate were they? Okay. So, and here again, I'm talking softly again. But keep your eyes open. Be discerning of the information that you receive out here on YouTube. Okay. Like if I sat and told you how keeping an immaculate machine shop will make you so much more productive and make you more money and so forth, and you look over my shoulder here and see that my shop's messy. Okay. And it is. And it's not as messy as it was. Okay. The wife and I both use this as kind of the dump all to keep things that we're going to keep, but we just got to go set it in the garage. Okay. So, it happens. And, but whenever you're listening to people tell you that they're homesteading experts, and you're looking at the same mess behind them day after day after day after day, know that a cluttered up mess of a homestead is very much an unproductive homestead. Okay, you can't be productive when you're piled up to clutter up to your eyeballs. Just the way it is. Okay, so discern the information. Okay, also listen to what they're actually telling you, and go compare it with other folks that you do trust and know. Even if it comes down to sending somebody a PM message to say, hey, I saw this. What do you think of this? Okay, I saw one site channel that was, I watched about 5 or 6 of their videos and decided to never waste my time again, but they have a large following. Okay? And I'll tell you what brought me to the conclusion that the person was clueless. One, went out and bought some cattle. And, of course, bragged about all that he knew about cattle. Had no cattle handling facilities at all. Had no way to care for those animals. Even down to the point when he finally went to sell them, which I thought was a grandiose idea, for the cow's sake. He shot them with tranquilizers. Shot them with the tranquilizer gun. Now, talk to any vet, and they'll tell you that there is a possibility that animal, once it goes down, never gets back up. Tranquilizer guns are usually the last resort to get an animal under control. Okay? Did he have a corral? No. Did he have a chute? No. Did he have a head gate? No. Those are the prerequisites to owning cattle. And most people that have made the mistake of buying cattle first, who actually started realizing the error in their ways, will tell you that. You need a way to be able to secure that animal and take care of it. If you have to stitch up a spot that maybe a coyote bit them, okay, that cow's not going to stand still for that. Understand that. Unless you secure them to where they have to. Infrastructure first, animals second. It's the rule of a homestead. Okay? But anyway, back to this very large YouTube channel. So that was one that I put down as mistake number 1. Couldn't even put an ear tag in a cow without knocking it out. That's dumb. Sorry. You're risking your animal's life and you're just being stupid. Sorry. No other way to put it. Can't fix stupid. I had also seen a couple of the videos where in one video he's talking about how his chickens had quit laying and they got fat. Okay. That's what chickens do. When they quit laying, they're no longer producing eggs, so therefore all the feed that they take in becomes fat. Fat. They get fat. Okay? It's the end stage of their life. Now, if you knew what you were doing with chickens, you would probably cull them out while they're still laying an egg every 2 or 3 days or whatever. Usually I go 3 to 4 days. And when I see that that's their production level, then I know they're getting ready to quit. And it's time to probably cull that chicken out. But he waited till they had totally quit laying and had hung around the coop and got nice and fat. But the part that got me was another video where he was culling the chickens. And then was asking people, is there something wrong with these chickens? Look at what's inside them. It was fat, folks, fat. Okay, the chickens were fat. And there was large fat deposits in the chicken, okay? So I had to check it off that not only did he didn't know anything about cattle, he didn't know anything about the life cycle of a chicken either. So I got to check that one off too. And then I was watching this gardening. And, 90 days, no less than 90 days, more like 45 days into his gardening experience, he was showing a picture of his garden. And folks, this thing was 6 foot deep in weeds. It looked like a jungle. It's like somebody needs to explain to this person that that's stealing the nutrients that his food plants need, and they're going to be very unproductive. Okay. But apparently that didn't sink in. But I can assure you that he didn't get enough food out of that garden to feed his chickens, much less feed his family. Okay. So discern, look at their fruits. Are they doing it? Or are they talking about it? And very entertaining fellow. Dresses kind of funny and has a very funny personality, which I'm sure is what's got his viewership, because I'm pretty positive most people who wouldn't do anything at all would sit back and go, "You're an idiot." Sorry. So, keep in mind, be discerning. Take a look at their fruits and see if what they're telling you to do matches up with what they're doing. And see what the results of that doing is. Okay, when somebody tells you they're an expert gardener and their garden is 6 foot deep in weeds, understand they are not. They don't even understand the basic concepts of it. Okay, and you'd be better off moving along, finding somebody that is. Okay, and compare. Find, there's some people out there that you trust and so forth. If you see something that sounds like a grandiose idea to you, well, maybe bounce it off of them, PM them, and say, "What do you think of this? All right, would this work?" And get their opinion too. More than one opinion, good thing. Okay. So, not to keep too long on this thing, that's my tips for the day, you might say. Folks, be a little discerning in the information you're getting. Look at the fruits of what some of these people are. Understand you have electronic panhandlers and what I like to call YouTube pros. Okay, and they're not real, folks. They're not real. They may have read a book. Okay, discern the information you get. A lot of you folks are just starting homesteads. Are looking to get into homesteading. You don't need to start off with a bunch of bad information. This is enough work. Trust me, it's enough work that will have you dragging into a bed at the end of the night, dreading the alarm clock going off in the morning because you're exhausted. You don't need to be wasting your time on bad information. And try to keep that in mind. Got the panhandlers out there. If you want to donate to them, that's your business, but you'd be better off keeping your money in your pocket and saving it. And then you have these YouTube pretenders. They pretend they know what they're doing, and they haven't got a clue. Discern that information, and you'll be way ahead of the game. Okay? So, this is Rich from Tennessee Homestead, sitting in his messy garage. I promise I won't claim to keep an immaculate shop because I don't. Okay, this garage is usually spotless about once every 2 years. Okay, so keep that in mind, and I hope you're having a great day. And this is Rich from Tennessee Homestead. We'll talk at you later.